One of the most valuable resources that we have in nature is our wild, edible, and medicinal plants and trees. And as amazing as some of these things can be, others can be fatal. So it is very important to utilize the survival rule of threes anytime you're dealing with wild edibles or medicinals, and make sure that you confirm with at least 3 sources, reliable sources, what these plants are and how to use them safely. Before you take anything internally or apply externally to your skin, make sure you contact a local expert and get some hands-on experience in how to positively identify and safely utilize these resources. Hello and welcome to the Black Cat Bushcraft channel. I wanted to share with you guys a quick look at a bit of a lucky find that I made this morning. I was doing a little scout down the edge of this field line, and I was paying real close attention to the trees and the plants, and I came across a wild edible called dewberry. And I see dewberries occasionally around my area, but very rarely do I ever get a chance to eat the right berries. Normally the birds and the deer and other animals make quick meals out of these things. If you've never seen a dewberry, it looks very similar to a blackberry, and it resembles it in flavor, and even the plant has similar medicinal qualities as a blackberry. So I thought this would be a good opportunity, since this sample behind me actually has a couple of ripe berries on it, and some that are about to become ripe. It'd be a good opportunity for you to see it if you're not familiar with it. So stick with me, we'll zoom in and take a closer look. Alright, this is a nice look at the overall appearance of the plant. All of this that you see here, this greenery, is dewberry. And we've got several stages right here in this one view. Here's a berry that's forming. Here's another one. These are still green. And this is where the flower has died back and the berry's coming out. And then also we have here a red berry, and you'll probably see several of those here. Those red berries are not yet ready to eat, but within a few days they probably will turn black like this one, and then they'll be ripe. This is a good example of a ripe berry that's ready to eat now. I pulled another one off from further back on the vine, and I thought I'd give you a good look at it. You can see it's very reminiscent of a blackberry. And just technically, these are not berries. They're actually what's called an aggregate fruit, because each one of these little pieces of fruit here has its own seed in it. And not that that's important, but just know when you eat these that you're going to get a lot of seeds in your mouth, just like a blackberry. And the taste of the berry has a sour part to it, and it has a sweet part to it. So they're very pleasant to eat. What we'll do is zoom in and take a closer look at the leaves for identification. Right, here's a close-up of the leaf cluster from a dewberry plant. You can see that it grows in clusters of 3. And normally we think of that as a warning, leaves of 3, let it be. That's not the case with the dewberry plant. These leaves are reminiscent of blackberry leaves. They're just smaller in size, and the vine is where the distinct difference is there. And also blackberry leaves grow in clusters of 3s, 5s, and 7s, whereas the dewberry will always be in clusters of 3. Just give you a close-up of what the leaf looks like there. Alright, here's another close-up of the vine here, and I'm hoping you can see these little prickles. I don't know that they'll show up on the camera. They're almost hair-like in their appearance, but they are so sharp, and they're actually strong for their size. And again, they will scratch you. But I'm just hoping you can see these little hair-like prickles that are all on this vine right here. Another virtue of dewberry that's definitely worth mentioning is its medicinal qualities. Dewberry is a very astringent plant, so you could take the leaves from it and brew it into a tea or an infusion and take that internally in small doses. What that would help to treat is things like dysentery or diarrhea. Naturally, being an astringent will help to tighten up and tone the tissues, and it will help your body to retain its moisture as well. So if you're losing a lot of moisture that way, that'll help to cool that off and help to treat that disorder and prevent things like dehydration. Also, the infusion can be used as a mouthwash. Let's say that you had an ulcer or a canker sore in your mouth, maybe bleeding gums, things like that. When you wash with that, that's going to help to tighten those tissues, and it'll help to heal those sores a little bit faster. It could also be used as a wash externally on your skin. Let's say you had a wound or a bite or something like that. It has a drawing property, being astringent, and it will also help to heal those sores a little faster as well. Alright, well, I'd like to thank you guys for taking the time to tune in for this quick look at the wild dewberry plant. Hope that you'll be able to get out, find some of these for yourself. They're definitely a tasty, wild edible. If you find them, make sure you take time to enjoy them. Until the next one, you guys take care, and God bless.